So, as Matt said, often, you get your article sent to you by email in Word, for example. And I'm just going to pop that open. My Word is a little slow, which has always been annoying.
Oh, right.
Right. Oh, it's opening. Okay. Sorry about that. No, while that's opening, I'm going to show you what all right, let's open in the background. What to look. So to get into the reverse publishing, you got to be logged into your website, and you open your dashboard here.
Right.
Real soon now. There we go. And obviously, you need to have your articles and your reverse publishing plugins set up by our hometown.
Right.
Let me show you. All right, we'll just start with the Word thing. So this is an article that was sent to me by one of my reporters, and we used this a few weeks ago, but I'm just using it for sample. There's a photo that goes with it, and a caption, and a headline, and his byline right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up as an article, and here's all of our articles for the week are here, and we're going to call it. Oh, I guess I started it last. All right, we're just going to start a new one. That was actually my practice one yesterday, but it's the same thing. All right.
Okay. Cool.
So let's see. Word behaves itself today. Last time, no, it's not. Yeah.
I remember this.
I really got to get a newer version of Word that doesn't do this annoying thing.
The buffer.
It buffers for a bit until it decides you finally actually there. That should do it.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that's the headline.
Yep.
And then I'm going to put in the byline for the reporter, which is Gary.
Right. So not a lot of people know about this, and I want to definitely point this out to Brent. We have this separate field for the byline. So if you're doing full service, we're assigning it to that. But this is a field so that then when we do the export, it's all structured and the XML file knows what's what. So
yeah, the basic 4 fields that I have set up, and I don't know if you guys do more than that, but I have a headline, the text of the article here, the byline, and you can also do a subhead, which this article doesn't particularly have, but you could have one if you wanted.
Right.
This will make more sense when you see the reverse publishing.
Exactly. Yeah, it's hard to conceptualize without actually seeing it. So
right. Okay. So I've pasted the article in here, and let's say I go and I edit it, and I make any corrections and changes in here that I want.
Right.
After it's set up and you have all of the fields filled in that you need to fill in, and there are other things you can do here with your social settings, but I'm not going to really get into that right today.
Okay.
On this side of the screen, you have a bunch of different options, and if you are missing any of these options, go look up here in screen options because they may be checked or unchecked.
Good.
Yeah, learned that one the hard way. A little while to figure some of that out. Okay, in the publishing thing, you generally want to keep it as public. I guess there's other options. I don't, you can, I guess if you were doing, as Matt said, the, where you want to have your editor look at it first, I suppose you could change it to private or one of the others, but I don't normally use those.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say in that case, you could just leave it as a draft.
Right. That's true. Status up here is draft. I leave it as draft because I like to schedule my articles to come out around when our print edition comes out. Yep. For this, I'm going to schedule it like a couple of days off so it doesn't actually pop it. If I put today's date, it will go right onto my website, and since this has already been used, I don't want to do that again. Sure. So I'm just going to schedule it for a couple of days off for this purposes here. Okay. And then when you do that, it changes to schedule from publish.
Right.
Okay. All right. You have to give it a category because the widgets that are used to display everything on your website look for categories, and so I'm just going to call this one community. You could also give it multiple categories if you wanted it on the front page and in the community section, for example.
Right.
Okay. Tags. Let's just say this was like from the school district, which it's not, but we're just gonna Garden City.
Okay. So
I believe this helps with SEO. I'm not really too clear.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We're just gonna. All right. We'll say it's a historical study. Okay. You can add multiple tags if it's from like more than one category of things.
Right.
Okay.
You use tags a lot, it looks like. Those are all preset.
Yeah, well, it's all, the Garden City is the town this one's in.
Right. Okay.
Okay. For editions, this is critical that you pick an edition. I'm going to pick next week's edition,
Right.
so it doesn't do anything weird to my website.
Right.
The editions used for when your newsletter, if you use the automated newsletters, it's looking for that edition. It's also for the reverse publishing that it picks up the right articles.
Right.
Okay, this story also had a photo with it, so let me grab that photo and put it in here, and its caption as well. Let's close that.
Awesome. Yes, that will.
Yeah, it's helpful for showing you how it works.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna upload this picture, which.
Okay. I usually don't do drag and drop. That's kind of nice. So
Oh, really?
let's see how this.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I use drag and drop for almost everything on your website. It's great.
Okay.
Let me see. I need to, oh, damn, I closed it. Okay. The caption was in the Word document. Let me open that back up again.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay. So it was down here.
Right.
And again, you can edit right here if you wanted to. Okay. You also need to put in alt text, which, for accessibility reasons.
Yep. That is definitely good.
To describe what's in the picture. Right now, I'm just going to put the caption in again, which, it's something, it's better than nothing. Ideally, you describe, what the picture looks like.
Right.
Okay. So you insert that, and you can edit the way it looks if you wanted to make it centered. Instead, for example, you put it there. You want to use a larger version of it.
Right.
You can do that.
That's actually something I want to emphasize. It's better to choose the full size rather than drag the corner, right?
Yeah, really? Oh, does it give you a better?
So.
Okay.
Well, you can downsize it, but if you take a small image and try to increase it, it can pixelate. So it's just better to use the full size there.
Okay. Now, if you want to see how this is going to look on your website, there's a preview here, which is really handy. Lately I've been playing with AdSense, so it's sticking ads in places that I'm not sure. Oh, it didn't. Yeah, I guess it is here. So just ignore that for now. That's a little bit of an experiment in progress.
Sure.
I'm not sure if I'm going to keep AdSense or not.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really like having an ad right in the middle of the story, but that's not this demonstration today. So anyway, this would be how it would look on the website, assuming you can ignore the AdSense ads it's sticking in. And it's also set up to give you other articles from that category as well. And there's comments and things down here which people can leave, where you can turn off comments if you don't want comments on it.
Okay, cool. I'm going to send my team a note about AdSense because we work with a lot of customers that do that. And, I think we can help you keep it out of those areas, but I want to check.
Yeah, I actually was talking to your engineers because I'm trying to decide between paywall and using AdSense because I'm making some good money on AdSense, but I also want paywall, so I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah, you could do both. Yeah.
I'm getting like $100 a week on AdSense, which is kind of nice.
Really? Oh, that's excellent.
Decent money.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to what we're actually doing here. All right. So after you put your tags and your editions, you want to set a featured image, which will be the what do you call it?
The thumbnail.
The thumbnail that's going to be on the website, and also if you put it up on Facebook, this is the photo that would be used. If you had multiple photos, it would you could choose which one you wanted to use. I like to use the nicest photo for the thumbnail usually.
For sure.
Okay.
Did you know that you don't actually have to set it and it will just choose the first one by default?
Yeah, I think I found that out. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just wanted you to point out that in case.
If you wanted to, I think also you sometimes if I have an article that doesn't really have a photo that goes with it, I have some art photos that I can just stick in there. Like if it's a library calendar, I might put a picture of books or something in and then make that the feature photo.
Right. Just stock images. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe Facebook gives you a better placement if you have an image with your article. So that's.
For sure.
All right. So now all these things are filled in. You schedule it.
Yep.
And.
Okay. Very cool.
It's a second usually because I got a slow computer. Okay. And once it's scheduled, if you go over here to your articles tab, and you go into all articles, you're going to see it. Actually, going to see it twice because I was playing with this last night, so we'll pretend that it didn't.
Right.
This is the one that we just did now because
Okay.
it's got the Historical Society.
It's
okay.
Yep.
So now, you'll have your whole list of articles. There are ways that you can export them bulk up here, which I don't use, although like if you wanted to take an entire category of articles, you can use it from this screen here.
Okay.
Like if you wanted all of your community articles, you would just select filter for that and then do the bulk XML. But I'm gonna just do one article at a time because that's how I do it.
Okay.
So you go into reverse publishing, and here I just want to show you once we get there. This is a little bit of setup you have to do when you first start it up, that these character styles have to match. Let me grab an InDesign. Okay. So our InDesign articles, here's a template that we use typically. Okay. If you see our InDesign articles, we have character and paragraph style sheets that are set up that we use all throughout our publications, like body indent is a particular font, particular type size, that kind of thing. Right. But when you first set up the Our Hometown reverse publishing, you have to make sure that you use the exact same label that, it's case sensitive as well. So it has to say body indent, we'll give you our body type. And that tells, I guess it tells Our Hometown where to, how to tag the articles as they're being exported.
Exactly.
So that's just a one-time thing. You do it the first time you ever use it. It's not too hard.
Right.
Now, to export the article that we just did, you want to, you can choose like everything that you've done, or you can just choose the changes you've just made to this last edition date, which is the 25th that we just did.
Right.
So we I picked that one.
Do you usually do that? You just do the changes usually?
I just do changes, yeah. Because otherwise you get anything that's already been scheduled, and if you're just doing it one at a time, you'll keep getting the same ones over again.
Right. For sure.
Yeah, it's a choice. It's other people might have other choices to do it. And then you export. And over here I have my downloads folder open just to show you where it is. And this little zip file that just popped in there is the article we just did. So if you unzip it, which will take a second,
right,
and you get a folder, and you have the photo that we had uploaded, which is back downloaded in the same resolution that you put it up in, which is handy. Doesn't change. And you get this little XML file out, and just to take a look at what's in it, if you open it, you'll see you'll see all the text that we had, and you'll see these little HTML tags throughout it. Right. So you can see, and down here it has a caption, like a graphic and an image file and a caption and everything here. So this is what I usually open it just to make sure that it's what I think it is before I send it on to the paginator. Change the file names and just put that down. All right, so here is our our reverse template, reverse publishing template.
Okay, cool.
And it's pretty simple. You just go into the file, and it's import XML is one of the choices.
Right.
And then we choose it from, what do we have, desktop? Yeah, reverse publishing samples. And this is the article that we just, actually that's the one from last, when it was in my downloads folder. This is the same file from that I exported yesterday if you want to use that. Or, it's the same thing.
Right.
That was my practice.
Right.
Once it's imported, you see it here, this little caret pops up, and you get a node for each story. Now, if you were to export like a whole bunch of stories or a section at once, you get a node for each one. And when you turn that caret, you see there'll be the story with the title, byline, and the graphic. And this part I like. This is kind of cool. What is this?
Magic, as you said.
It looks like magic. You grab it and you pop it, and there's your headline.
Right.
And you pop it. Oh wait, no, that's his byline. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me undo that one.
Okay.
The body of the story in there.
Right.
And let's see. And then just for the byline, because they actually do need to pop into a different box. I usually pop it into one and then cut and paste them back in, but probably an easier way to do that.
Oh, I see. Yes, it does need, right, because you need a box for each, when you're dragging and dropping for each element.
Each element is a box. Now the graphic is the photo and the caption. And my template, I had get out of here. Okay, I have a photo template set up here, so I'm just going to pull him over.
Okay.
Onto the box. All right, wait.
While you're doing that, let me just narrate for a second here.
Sure.
Everyone, can you see how the headline automatically went to 30-point font or whatever that is, and the body is normal? That's because of those tags that she was talking about. These are the character and paragraph presets.
Yeah.
You control those, or character styles and the paragraph styles.
Yeah.
So that's why that automatically resized.
Right. Now, actually, this was a good example because sometimes a headline that looks okay on the website might not look great when I pop it in here. So I often will edit it at this point as well. So I might change it to television show.
Interesting.
After, I might eliminate a few words just to make it fit better.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah. You could also adjust the size of the font.
You can adjust the size, that kind of thing.
Okay. Yep.
It does mean that you can make your headlines, you can work with them as you're doing it, so you're not just accepting whatever's on the website and vice versa.
Exactly.
So when you have your photo set up here, you just drag it over.
Yep.
And it's right there. Let me just make sure the size is right on it. Let's see. Okay, so everybody's in it. Then there's a box for the caption. And that's here. Let me just pull him over.
Right.
Okay. And we got to make that. Okay.
Oh, that's a neat little shortcut.
Oh yeah, InDesign's got all sorts of cool stuff in it.
Yeah.
And then I just got a couple extra characters I want to.
What did you just do there to make that fit like that? You had a box over another box, I think.
Oh, there's a text wrap here. It says you wrap around the boxes, and you can also add like a margin there. Just to make it fit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's so much I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, design has a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah.
You can also just click it to make it fit exactly right if you got a little tiny extra space here. I want to fix that. So okay, this article is now pretty much set up. Let me just zoom out a little. Actually, let me get rid of the. I'm going to get rid of the side panel there, so we don't have to look at that.
Right.
So this is set up as a standard half page in our system, and it's pretty quick to do that. It only took me like about half an hour to train the guy who does this how to drag it over and
right.
Everything else he was already doing anyway in InDesign.
Right.
So once you have the way I do it, I have these saved, and then on the layout night we're pulling them in. And for example, here's a sample issue where.
Oh, I lost the audio on you for some reason.
You did?
Out of nowhere. Oh, it's back. I don't know what happened. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So this way, once I have an article all set, I can just drag it over into the issue, and there's another page done.
Interesting. So, okay, that I did not realize. Okay, that's what you were saying earlier. So you have like these.
How I have them saved as sort of standardized, chunks if I can.
Yeah. Okay. But I like that.
I don't know if other people do it that way. It's my own kind of innovation.
No, it is. Yeah. I mean, it's one of many innovations that we've seen here. So that is cool. Okay. We'll want to snip that clip, Steve, when we export this video. That's a good one. Cool.
And that's about all as far as I remember. I don't think I skipped anything this time.
No, yeah, you hit it beautifully. That was absolutely exactly what I was hoping to see. So thank you, Meg.